The honourable member for Halifax Needham.
Mr. Speaker, I would like to ask the Minister of Lands and Forestry about the situation in our forests. And one particular situation that I have in mind is a patch of old-growth forest in the St. Mary's River watershed. An FOI request returned to our caucus showed a series of applications to the department made last year by the gold company St. Barbara's, formerly Atlantic Gold, to drill in over 100 locations in the St. Mary's River watershed. Around a dozen were directly inside an old-growth area, all of them taking place on Crown land. The compromise from the department was to allow drilling not inside but directly abutting the old-growth area. Can the minister please confirm that this decision is consistent with the need to strengthen protections of old-growth forests and the need to protect the St. Mary's River watershed, both priorities signalled by this government?
The Honourable Minister of Lands and Forestry.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I thank the member for the question. We continue to make a lot of progress in protecting more area in the province, St. Mary's River being one of them. That's a large piece that has an important wildlife corridor. We've committed to that along with 7,000 other hectares of protected areas recently. We also continue to look at old growth layers across the province, and we'll be adding more to that protected areas. It's a priority recommendation in the Leahy report, and we have a project team that's working very diligently with external experts, and they're doing a great job identifying and looking at areas across the province for further protection, because it is important to protect those old growth forests. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
The honourable member for Halifax Needham.
Mr. Speaker, there is a rich history of community-led science and conservation efforts in the St. Mary's River watershed, where biologists and fisheries scientists have determined that the salmon's return across the province is dependent on populations in the St. Mary's River. The Nova Scotia Nature Trust has invested in protecting the area, and it's home to a burgeoning tourism industry. And all of this stands to be threatened by the proposal for an open-pit gold mine. Given the urgent need to shift to ecological forestry and the significant threat posed by an open-pit gold mine, how has the community been allowed to participate in decisions to allow drilling in the St. Mary's River watershed?
The Honourable Minister of Lands and Forestry.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And we continue to evolve our natural resource-based industries in the province. We have strong regulations. We continue to look at improving those. We actually have setbacks for forestry activity or other types of industrial activity in sensitive areas or any areas that are protected. So we have buffer zones. We have lots of areas where we make sure that we put ecology first. And as I said, we're making great progress, making our milestones that we've committed to when we responded to the Leahy report, implementing ecological forestry. I continue to engage our external experts and all those Nova Scotians that are interested. And I want to thank those groups like Nova Scotia Nature Trust that are working very hard alongside Nature Conservancy and Ducks Unlimited and all the other groups that we work hand in hand with to protect the most highest biodiversity values in the province. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.